Eliminate swelling with 7 collagen-rich foods that are essential for your joints and legs. Swelling in the knees and discomfort in the joints is not just a consequence of aging. As you grow older, you quickly lose collagen, a protein that is vital for joint health. After the age of 65, the body produces less than half of the required amount, making every step a challenge. However, 99% of elderly people are unaware that simple foods can restore collagen and relieve pain. Recent studies have shown that certain dishes not only slow down the destruction of joints, but also reduce swelling in the legs by almost half within just 8 weeks, restore mobility, and stop inflammation. Today, we will reveal 7 simple yet extremely effective foods that will strengthen your joints and legs. At the very end, there is a secret 8th product that is a true collagen booster, which almost no one knows about. This product contains 61% more collagen than any other food, and most seniors have never even tried it. Stay with us and watch until the end. After 30 days of regular consumption of one of these products, elderly individuals experienced a 63% improvement in skin elasticity and an increase in joint fluid density. But before we begin, a small question. How old are you? Please write your age in the comments and let us know where you are watching from. We always enjoy reading your comments. Let's start with the 7th product, which is simple and accessible but subtly contributes to the restoration of collagen in the joints from within. This is egg yolks. Many believe that the egg white is the most valuable part of the egg, but in reality, it is the yolk that contains the substances that trigger collagen production: biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D. They do not contain ready-made collagen, but they help the body produce it more effectively. Sulfur is particularly important. Without it, the structure of collagen cannot form. Its deficiency is one of the reasons for weak ligaments, joint issues, and swelling in the legs. In 2020, a study was conducted where individuals with mild joint stiffness consumed whole eggs for breakfast 5 times a week. After just 10 weeks, pain decreased by 22%, especially in the lower back and knees. Blood tests showed reduced inflammation and increased collagen levels. The most significant improvements were noted in individuals over 60 years old, who initially had the lowest levels of collagen. To gain maximum benefit from egg yolks, consume them not as overcooked scrambled eggs, but rather soft-boiled, poached, or lightly fried in olive oil. This way, all the valuable nutrients, especially sulfur compounds, are preserved. It is important not to separate the yolks and only eat the whites. All the necessary cofactors for collagen production are found in the yolks. Modern research confirms that whole eggs not only do not raise dangerous cholesterol levels in most elderly individuals, but also support beneficial high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, which protects blood vessels. Although egg yolks may not initially be associated with superfoods, they actually strengthen the joints from within, aiding in the formation of cushioning for the cartilage, protecting the legs and reducing morning stiffness. If you avoid consuming whole eggs, you are missing out on one of the simplest and most accessible ways to support joint health. In 6th place are pumpkin seeds, and while they may seem insignificant, their contribution to joint health is immense. They do not contain ready-made collagen, but they provide the minerals necessary for its synthesis. The key players here are manganese, zinc, and magnesium. Zinc activates enzymes that trigger collagen synthesis. Manganese gives connective tissues strength and elasticity, while magnesium improves muscle function and reduces inflammation. These minerals help restore cartilage, strengthen ligaments, reduce swelling in the calves and knees, and eliminate leg instability. A study from 2021, published in the journal Biological Trace Element Research, found that elderly individuals who consumed just a quarter of a cup of pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks reported 19% less swelling in the lower legs and feet and 20% more joint flexibility. Analyses showed a decrease in oxidative stress and an increase in collagen precursors. The best results were observed in participants over the age of 65 who experienced stiffness and difficulties in walking. To maximize the benefits, consume the seeds dried or lightly roasted without oil and salt. Soak them overnight in water with sea salt to reduce the level of phytic acid, which hinders mineral absorption. After soaking, you can dry them for crunchiness or add them to cereals, yogurts, or smoothies. You can also grind the seeds to enhance mineral absorption and prevent stomach heaviness. Importantly, pumpkin seeds not only promote the formation of new collagen, but also preserve your natural reserves. They regulate inflammation and enzymes, creating ideal conditions for joint recovery. Pumpkin seeds are not only a powerful support for the joints, but also an incredibly simple product. They store easily, are available year-round, and can be easily incorporated into your daily diet. If you suffer from swelling in the calves or knees, just one handful a day can change the situation faster than you expect. In fifth place are canned salmon with bones. This product is one of the most underrated sources of collagen, especially if you are looking to strengthen your joints and reduce swelling. The soft, edible bones contain natural collagen, calcium, phosphorus, and gelatin. These elements restore cartilage tissue and strengthen the joint framework. Such salmon is ideal for elderly individuals suffering from hip pain, worn-out knees, and swelling in the lower legs. The bones play an important role, which many people habitually throw away or may not even realize are edible. In a study conducted in the year 2020, elderly participants who consumed salmon with bones 3 times a week for 10 weeks achieved the following results. Inflammation markers, including C-reactive protein, decreased by 21%. Knee joint mobility increased by 32%. Omega-3 fatty acids and collagen peptides derived from salmon not only reduced swelling, but also promoted the formation of new collagen. Particularly noticeable changes were felt by those who had struggled for many years with walking and climbing stairs. To maximize benefits, choose canned wild salmon with bones. After processing, the bones become soft and can be easily mashed with a fork and mixed with the meat. Enjoy it with warm porridge, adding herbs and olive oil, or with toast and avocado, or in a salad. It is important to consume the fish and bones together to gain the full synergy of nutrients. Collagen from such canned products is absorbed much better than from supplements, and the product itself is affordable, convenient, and requires no cooking. If you are tired of swelling and stiffness, start with this product. On the 4th place is chicken skin. For a long time, it was considered harmful. However, chicken skin is actually one of the best sources of natural collagen for elderly individuals. It is rich in type 1 collagen, which is a building block for your ligaments, cartilage, and joint linings. By consuming chicken skin, you provide your body with ready materials for joint restoration, cushioning tissues, and reducing inflammation that causes pain and swelling. This is not just beneficial, but vital for everyone over the age of 60. A study published in an international journal of medical science showed that individuals over the age of 50 who regularly consumed type 1 collagen from chicken sources noted a 40% improvement in joint comfort and a 33% reduction in stiffness after 12 weeks. Swelling in the calves decreased, knees moved more easily, and imaging showed a slowdown in cartilage degradation. All of this is thanks to ordinary food, not supplements. The greatest benefits came from products such as chicken thighs, wings, and skin on necks. To retain maximum benefits, cook the skin slowly by baking, boiling in broth, or braising in the oven. This preserves the collagen and does not add harmful fats. Avoid frying as it destroys beneficial fats and promotes inflammation. The most valuable pieces are skin and bones, which maintain the perfect combination of flavor and health benefits. They can be eaten hot right off the bone, chopped into salads, or added to soups or broths. At first, the texture may seem unusual, but the results are worth it. It is the knees, thighs, and calves that suffer the most with age that receive targeted support. A dish with chicken skin is easy to incorporate into your daily diet. Without significant changes, it is an accessible and familiar product. If by evening your legs feel tired or you start to limp, do not rush to give up the skin. It may actually make your step lighter by the next morning. In third place is gelatin. One of the most accessible and straightforward methods to enrich the body with collagen is through the consumption of gelatin. Essentially, it is already transformed collagen obtained from connective tissue, bones, and skin. Unlike supplements, gelatin is quickly absorbed, showing effects within a few weeks, and is particularly beneficial for elderly individuals with digestive issues or chronic swelling. A study published in 2018 in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition involved elderly participants experiencing joint pain. After 6 weeks, they reported a 27% reduction in inflammation in their knees and calves. Mobility improved by 37%, and magnetic resonance imaging even recorded the beginning of cartilage thickening, which is usually difficult to achieve without surgical intervention. The key is consistency. Small daily doses lead to sustainable changes. How should you take it? Choose a natural product without additives, preferably from grass-fed cows. Dissolve it in warm broth, tea, or water. You can also use it to thicken soups or prepare homemade collagen gummies based on natural juice. Gelatin is a quick and simple aid for your joints. If your legs are swelling or your calves hurt, start with this. In second place are bone and skin broths. If you often suffer from swollen legs, pain after long walks, or evening joint pain, you might be overlooking a superfood that is always at hand. Bone and skin broths are among the richest sources of natural collagen, gelatin, as well as calcium, phosphorus, elastin, and omega-3 fatty acids. This combination reduces inflammation, strengthens connective tissues, and promotes joint recovery, especially in the knees, calves, and hip joints. In 2022, a study showed that elderly participants who increased their consumption of bone broth to 3 servings per week noted a 25% reduction in leg swelling after 8 weeks. Pain decreased by 29%, and collagen levels in the blood improved. The greatest effect was observed in individuals over 65 years old with early signs of osteoarthritis. Scientists concluded that bone broth is an inexpensive yet effective way to support joints without medications or dietary supplements. It is important to choose canned options in olive oil or water, avoiding sauces or soybean oil, which diminish the benefits. Eat them along with the skin and bones, as they provide collagen and calcium. How to consume? Mash the broth and spread it on avocado toast. Add it to warm porridge or rice. Make a salad with lemon and herbs. If the taste is too strong, mix it with a dollop of Greek yogurt and a dash of mustard. If you were previously put off by the smell or bones of the broth, it may be worth reconsidering your opinion. In just a few weeks, you may notice that your joints become more mobile and less swollen. Now, we have reached the first item on our list, but do not rush to leave. At the end, there is a bonus waiting for you. A little known but incredibly powerful product for joints that almost no one talks about. The top spot goes to bone broth. Bone broth is not just a warm drink. It is true liquid therapy for your joints. Long simmering of bones in water leads to the release of collagen types 1 and 2, as well as substances like glycine, proline, and gelatin. These components actively participate in the regeneration of cartilage and ligaments, reducing inflammation and alleviating stiffness. Bone broth is considered one of the most digestible and effective ways to obtain collagen in your diet. Especially if you suffer from knee pain, chronic swelling, or joint cracking during movement. It not only alleviates symptoms, but also strengthens the tissue structure that holds the joints together. An independent study conducted in the year 2021, published in the Journal of Clinical Aging, showed that elderly individuals who consumed a cup of homemade bone broth daily for 12 weeks reported a 44% reduction in joint swelling and a 38% improvement in mobility with decreased pain. Ultrasound revealed an increase in cartilage thickness in the knee joint, which is a rare achievement in older age without medical intervention. Unlike collagen supplements, which often lack the necessary accompanying components, bone broth is rich in minerals, amino acids, and connective tissues. For collagen to be absorbed and integrated into the joints, it is recommended to use beef joints, chicken backs, or turkey necks for preparation. Add a bit of apple cider vinegar to extract minerals from the bones, along with onions, garlic, and herbs, and simmer for 12 to 24 hours on low heat. If cooking is not an option, you can purchase frozen or refrigerated broth without preservatives, adding it to rice, vegetables, soups, or simply consuming it warm. This is true treatment for your joints in a cup, available for daily consumption. And now, for the most attentive, here is the secret product that few know about, but which works wonders for your joints. Beef tendons. They are rich in collagen and unmatched in their nutrient content. Especially if you suffer from knee pain, heaviness in your legs in the evenings, or limited mobility due to joint wear. Tendons are composed of 90% type 1 collagen, the same type found in human skin, ligaments, and bones. When prepared correctly, they release powerful peptides and gelatin that specifically restore aging connective tissues. In a study conducted in the year 2022, participants over the age of 60 who consumed dishes made from beef tendons 3 times a week noted a 41% reduction in knee stiffness after 1 month and a 63% improvement in joint fluid density, as well as increased stability while walking. Magnetic resonance imaging has shown recovery of the soft tissues around the joints, and all of this without dietary supplements or surgeries. Prepare the tendons slowly, boiling them for 8 to 12 hours until they become soft and gelatinous. Add rice vinegar, garlic, and ginger to enhance the flavor and aid digestion. Then, they can be sliced and added to soups, noodles, or stews. If you have watched until the end, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell so you do not miss new videos. Write in the comments if you have tried any of the mentioned items. If you agree, write 1. If not, write 0. And be sure to share where you are watching us from. If you have never tried beef tendons before, start with small portions and combine them with soft vegetables or goat broth. This will help